go on.
Oh, is there anything wrong with it?
Is there anything wrong with it? Anything I need to know about it?
There's nothing.
Right, so it is a Monday morning. My back is absolutely killing because last night was obviously Sunday night and we just finished jet washing the yard. I don't know if that video's gone up yet, but yeah, look out for that video. If you haven't seen that, go and check it out. It was bloody hard work. But currently I am at Todderton Services. We're heading south into London today to go and pick up a car, hopefully, if it's all right, yeah? It's a high mileage, I say high mileage-ish, high-ish mileage, A45 Amg. And I'm actually buying it off another car trader. I've not seen it yet, so it could be an absolute horror story. I don't know yet, but I thought, you know what, it's gonna make some good content. We'll go there, check it out, do all the usual checks that you've got to do when you're buying a used car, and hope that we get a deal done, hope it's a bit of a bargain, and also hope that it's a decent car.
Obviously, difficult to park, yeah.
Is that it there?
Yeah.
What, you reckon that's it there?
Oh,
Nah.
this one,
Oh, that one? FM Motor Co Limited. Is that an old Rolls Royce up there? It is. No. What else have they got going on here?
Bro, where do I park?
I don't know. Nice.
This is London, man.
This is London. They have an issue with space. This is the thing with London. How do you be a car trader in London? That is. We've got space issues in Milton Keynes. People can't even get cars in their driveways around here, let alone setting up a car dealership. I don't know where you're going to park. Is there anything, go on.
Oh, is there anything wrong with it?
Is there anything wrong with it? Anything I need to know about it?
There's nothing.
Any lights on the dash?
No, the one light that I showed him on the pictures.
Because you dealt with Jerome, didn't you?
Yeah, Jerome, your brother. There's nothing wrong with it.
Cool, all right, well,
It's fine.
that's all right, we'll have a little look over it, leave us to it for a bit, and then I'll put back and see you in a sec, yeah? Right, so we've arrived in Wembley. Hold on, that's the police, I've got to go. How did you fall for that? you was literally about to do a run. Oh, right. Yeah, so here it is, A45 AMG 2014. It's done 117,000 miles. Do you know what, can you come up? My back's killing it now. So wicked spec car. What we're going to do, we're going to do the obvious stuff. We're going to do a HPI check. We're going to do car vertical check as well because we want to see if there's any horrible background history with this car. Shout out to Car Vertical as well for sponsoring this video. I will link them in the description below, but we'll talk about that shortly. So straight away you can see it's got the aero kit. That is such a nice feature on these cars. Really nice spec option. It's got the diamond cut wheels. They definitely need refurbing, so we're going to have to get them done. As we come down the side, I've had a general look over the car and it seems pretty good. So we're obviously at a car dealership at the minute, and Faisal, I just met the owner Faisal inside, and he basically just doesn't want to sell this car. It's done too many miles to retail, which is understandable. 117,000 miles on this type of car is it's a bit of a gamble when you're a dealer to sell a car with that many miles. So I fully get it. It actually came in part exchange against an M140i, so he sold a lower mileage, slightly newer BMW M140i, and he took this in part exchange. So aero kit's proper nice. At the back, got a little bit of a scuff on the rear bumper there. But yeah, all in all, it's really nice. The wheels, literally every single one of them is curbed. But luckily we've got RRT on side and they are on it, so we can get them sorted. It's got a patterned roof as well. We'll go through specs shortly. On the inside, driver's seat is worn. It's actually, the leather's cracking quite badly. Typical Mercedes stuff, unfortunately. I've had one of these on my channel before. I've had a couple in stock. I don't think I've ever filmed any of the ones that we've had in stock. I think the only one I've ever filmed is Ollie from RRT, funny enough. He had that blue one, it was massive spec. So quite looking forward to the journey home. Bit of cracked leather on the door card there, again on the centre armrest, so it is worn a little bit on the interior. And then on the inside, let's have a little look. I mean, it ain't really made for people like me, but it's such a cool car, man, such a nice thing. So I did just hear him cold start and it sounded pretty good. And then as he sort of manoeuvred it, I asked him to manoeuvre it into position just to make sure, just get it looking better for the video. And it seemed to go in and out of forward and reverse perfectly fine. So let's give it a little start. Listen to that. Like for a 2014 car as well, it's proper modern in here. Like the screen in the centre of the dash there, all the little red touches, leather steering wheel. I'm pretty sure they came with they must have come with an optional gear knob. Because I haven't had loads of these cars in my life over the years, I don't know loads about them, but I'm pretty sure that gear knob is the lesser gear knob, which is it's still quite neat, it's cool, but the AMG one is a little bit nicer. Pan roof, does it work? It's a little bit sluggish, that's all right. Probably won't be getting that open today because it is freezing. I ain't got my big jacket on today because it got covered in mud and stuff yesterday when I was pressure washing. So yeah, it's ticking over all right. Let's give it a little quiet. Won't do that yet, it's still cold. Under the bonnet, basically I had a back operation years ago, right? And my back's fine, solid, yeah? In the gym, I'm strong, it's all good. But I wouldn't be doing pressure washing for a living, put it that way, because it's taking it out of me, man. Them seats are a massive feature on these cars. Look at them seats, they look abnormal for a sports hatch or any hatchback to have seats that look like that. And I'm pretty sure they all came with them seats. AMG fans will know better than I will in the comments, so do let me know. Did you want to wander back round, mate? Did you want to get back in? Yeah, he's standing there off camera, doesn't want to, everyone's camera shy. There we go. The ambulance again. I hope whoever they've just picked up is okay. Under the bonnet, we'll try and get that mic away from under there so it doesn't drown you lot with engine noise. I've had a good look in there with my head. There is no oil leaks, it's all nice and dry. It doesn't look like it's been tampered with. It's a stock car, 375 horsepower, 2-litre 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, which is cool. So yeah, all looks good under there. No horrible noises, no horrible leaks, no horrible whistles or bangs or knocks. So that is all good. I won't get too much under there right now. I've just done it off camera. It's all good, all right? What else do you want to do? HPI, let's quickly do that. So before we do HPI, one thing I always ask anyone when I'm buying a car, and I know some people might think this is ridiculous, but I think it's vital. I just always ask the seller, is there anything I need to know about this car? Anything that you're aware of that I need to know about this car? I've just asked Faisal that question and this was his answer. Is there anything, go on.
Oh, is there anything wrong with it?
Is there anything wrong with it?
Wrong.
Anything I need to know about it?
There's nothing.
Any lights on the dash?
No, the one light that I showed him on the pictures.
Because you dealt with Jerome, didn't you?
Yeah, Jerome, your brother. There's nothing wrong with it.
And you're probably thinking, well, it's obvious, Calvin. Any seller's going to tell you that, honestly, there's nothing wrong with this car. But it's just a good gauge just to get an idea. We do know it's got an airbag light on the dash, which Jerome's been dealing with Faisal, so he already knew that. I couldn't even remember, I'll be honest with you. So we've got an airbag light on the dash, which is apparently the pre-tension on the seatbelt. But again, for me, it will go off, it will get prepared and will work out. I don't expect this car to be perfect. It's done 117,000 miles. I'm buying it in the trade as well, so we're going to go try and get a deal done with him shortly after I've torn it apart. And yeah, you know, it's the nature of buying in trade and buying a car that's nearly 10 years old and done a bit of mileage. So I'm not expecting perfection, but I do want it to get me home preferably, yeah? So HPI, so we're going to do three things. We're going to do HPI check the spec in the HPI, then we're going to go over to Car Vertical and check all the horrible background history of the car, and then third and finally we're going to talk about values, go look at my platform Enter Reg, which is a platform that you can buy trade cars as well, and then we're going to compare them values to the values on Auto Trader. All right, so here we go, AK14 UAN. It's had a plate transfer, which is fine. We know that it's had a private plate on it, but it's gone back to the AK14 plate now. 5 registers are clear, so it's a HPI clear car. It's not been in any accidents according to HPI, and it's got no finance on it and stuff. 5 former keepers. We have got a logbook for the car inside as well, and it's got a bit of paperwork, which is good, bit of service history. I'm yet to look through that. And grey petrol, 2 litre. We know all that stuff. The spec check, it's got a 5-star spec check, which is amazing. Optional equipment, before we talk about optional equipment, £37,000 new this car was, 6,655 quid's worth of options, 44 grand new in total, and the option list there, if we drop that back down, consists of Command online media interface, £2,100. If this was a BMW, I'd be telling you exactly what that is, but I actually don't know, but I would say that screen is possibly larger than a normal, I don't know. Is there anything else jumping out at me? That was £2,100 anyway. The AMG aerodynamic package, which is obviously the aero kit, which I think is a bit of a must-have on these cars, that was 1,530 quid. The panoramic roof, £900. Obviously, that for me, you rarely see sports hatches with pan roofs, so I love the fact that it's got that. AMG light alloy wheels, painted in titanium grey, 615 quid. That's the diamond cut alloy wheels, which need refurbing. Metallic paint, £570. Brake calipers in red, £330. Wow. Mirror package, 310 quid. I would bend in there, but not currently able to. Heated front seats, I'm going to use them on the journey home for sure. They were £300, and then mountain grey metallic was a £0 option. Total cost £6,655. MOT details, it's got an MOT until the 17th of August 2023, so we're probably going to have to put a new MOT on it. Be interesting to see if it passes. Tyres look okay, they look okay. I think they look better than okay. It's got P0s on it as well, which is pretty good. Now what we'll do is we'll head over to Car Vertical. Now I've just done a Car Vertical check on this car, and the answer to my concerning question, has it had any previous accidents? The answer to that question is no. It's all good, it's all looking good. So mileage is good. You know what, I'm going to switch that off. Then we've got a phone call in the background. Mileage is good. I feel tempted to say, mate, can you just shut your car window? Just point the camera in quickly, just so the world. Oh, look, he's he must have read my mind. Right, so mileage is good. It's not been clocked, so it's genuine mileage, which is brilliant. It's not been stolen. It's got no accidents. It's not got no finance, and it's had no horrible history. But I will show you an example of an A45 Amg that has had horrible background history. There you go. Yeah, so that is why I highly recommend you do a Car Vertical check. I will link them in the description below. Use my code CCD to get a little discount when you do your check. But also you can see the mileage there is all consistent from the day this car was new, all right? Right up until the most recent MOT at 109,000 miles there. As we scroll down, there's not really much more to report. Average time to sell this car takes 22 days, and it's just got a few other little bits of information there as well. So what we'll do now is we'll head over to my platform, Enter Reg. Lot to do. All this stuff is important. When you're buying a used car, it's so important that you do all of these checks, man. Do your background checks, do your valuation checks, get on Auto Trader, do all these checks. Obviously, you want to check over the car visually and do all the obvious stuff as well. But yeah, go to Enter Reg. This is our own platform. We built it as a family. Obviously, you lot know about this platform. It is a car trade only platform, so unfortunately it's not available to the public. But we use this to buy and sell cars on. We advertise our cars through it. We do all of our bookkeeping, our stock management on here as well. And we also use it as a valuation system. So here we go, AK14 UAN, 117,000 miles. We've got a cap valuation there showing the retail value of this car at 14,650. The trade value is £11,600. And then according to Auto Trader, the retail value is 15 grand, just shy of 15 grand. And the trade value is 11,550. So we're looking at a trade value of about 11.5 grand, all right? If we go over to Auto Trader and look at the retail value of these cars, what they're selling for, we literally just look at Mercedes A45 AMGs and we go price low to high. The cheapest one on the net currently is 15.5 grand, and it's done similar mileage. That car has also got an aero kit. It's in white. Is that a private seller? Possibly. So they start at sort of 15, 16 grand for a HPI clear car as well. That gives you a good idea on values. I need to go and get a deal done, so let me continue having a little look over it. I'll pop inside, have a chat with Fazil. Fazil, is that his name? Fazil? It is his name. Pop inside and have a chat with Fazil and try and get a deal done. I've actually got some pretty nice cars in here, haven't I? Got a look, Audi RS5. That's a bit of me, that is. It's got back doors as well. Yeah, I like that. C63 AMG saloon. Oh man. I need to get myself a new car. I actually need to get myself a new car. I'll keep buying cars and bloody selling them and giving them away on Planet Dreams and stuff. I think 2023 needs to be the year that Calvin treats himself to a new car. What's that over there? A little Porsche Cayman there. And a, what's that, a Fiesta? Is that a Fiesta ST? That is a Fiesta ST. That is big, isn't it? 72 plates. So you can see they sell a lot of newer stuff, which is kind of understandable why they're palming the A45 off to Calvin. Anyway, I've sidetracked a little bit. I wanted to go look at this paperwork. I've still got to drive the A45 as well. I ain't done that yet, have I? So let's go through the paperwork quickly, try and get a deal agreed, and then go for a little drive in it, yeah? Loads of Mercedes history. Loads. That's good. 13,000. 19,000, 39,000, 50,000. Another one at 96,000 miles. Is that more sirens? Another ambulance. Well, yeah. Yeah, another one there at 96,000 miles. It's got absolutely loads of history. That is nice. Is that another one? Another one at 105,000 miles. So it might be due a service now, but all in all, I'm pretty impressed with that. And it's got 2 keys. That's it. Deal done at £12,700. Let me just sort that out. £12,700. That's a bargain, mate. A little bit above what the trade valuations were, but do you know what, the trade and the retail valuations are well far apart. Let me get the engine started. Yeah, get the engine started, get it warm. It sounds wicked, doesn't it? Apparently it's completely stock. I don't know if it's got anything going on with the exhaust, but sometimes it does a little pop when you start the engine, which is pretty cool. I think that's what AMG are all about, isn't it? Just sort of general savageness. I suppose this is like the baby AMG, but yeah, they're a serious car, man. So you're probably wondering, have red seat belts. Red seat belts, it's a nice feature, isn't it? Right, that's it. I quickly just had to set up sat nav, connect Bluetooth and that stuff. Got seat belt on. I'm going to click it on the right here, the indicator stalks. I'm actually driving the S-Class at the minute, daily driving that, and the indicator stalks on, or the drive select stalk is on where the, you know what I mean. So put it in drive, head out onto the road. Yeah, and you're probably wondering, have you driven it yet, Cal? Have you driven it yet? And the answer to that is no. I've not yet driven this car. And that is not good. Like when you're buying a car, a used car from someone you do not know, yeah, it is so important that you test drive it first, yeah. But this is YouTube, firstly, and secondly, I suppose I'm buying it in the trade. I'm buying it below market value. He's like, Calvin, it's an unprepared, unwarranted car. Like it is what it is, and I am, like, you know, I appreciate that. That's, you know, that's how it is. If I wanted to go and buy a fully warranted retail car, then I'd have to pay a higher premium for it. But then I'd get the world promised to me. In this instance, I'm not getting that promised to me. I'm looking at the price of it, I'm thinking, do you know what? It's £12,700, and the retail value, it's looking like it's about £16,000. So there's a bit of profit in it. If there is anything wrong with it, I'll get it sorted. I did notice like a couple of parking dents on it, but there isn't anything visually, like cosmetically, jumping out at me yet. We know the airbag light's on. We know it's going to need an MOT. It doesn't need an MOT soon. It's got quite a long MOT, to be fair, August. But all in all, it's ticking all the boxes. It's the cheapest A45 AMG in the country. Like I can't be moaning at all, right? So far I've literally just pulled out of his site and down the road. It's a one-way system. Got the heated seat on. Could do with some lunch. Going over the speed bump. Seems to be driving really well. The heated seat's working, which is nice. Bluetooth is paired up. That's all good. Loving these red seat belts. The roof we've already checked. It's got these cracks on the leather. We can get them sorted as well. I'll get that sorted before we do what we do with it. All the way around the roundabout. Funny old roundabout, isn't it? Old Nissan Micra there, W Reg. They're a bloody good car there. I've sold loads of them over the years. Such a good car. Heating, does the heating work? Airbag light is still on, but the seatbelt's working. It's supposedly this driver's side pre-tensioner, which is quite a normal thing on many cars, so I'm not too concerned about that. I want to have a little feel for the power. So if I want to go in manual mode, how do I, there's a manual mode there. They're just savage little cars, aren't they? We've put the sat nav map back on. It's another ambulance. It is another ambulance. There's the sat nav button. There's one going that way. Oh man. It's a Monday morning. I don't know. People are having a good Monday morning. I'm having a good Monday morning. I've quite enjoyed my day so far. So yeah, so far so good. It's all driving as it should. Obviously I can't really do much because I'm in London and there's cars everywhere. That's where Milton Keynes is brilliant because I'm used to these big open roads, loads of roundabouts, loads of dual carriageways. But do you know what? firstly, I'm impressed with the car and everything it's doing. Secondly, the sound that it's making. And I just had a chat with Faisal, the guy that I bought it off, and I said, is it definitely stock? And he was like, yeah, it's 100% stock. They hadn't had anything done to it. I asked the guy that when I bought it off him, because he said he doesn't particularly like selling tuned cars. So what's that orange thing? Is that a toolbit or something? What's that on the driveway there? Oh, and by the way, the reason why I asked that all important question, is there anything I need to know about this car before I look over it, is if you don't know if someone's lying. That's the truth. You don't know. You never know. It could be saying, everyone's going to say, yeah, it's absolutely fine. But what is quite good is you've asked a question, and if you drive down the road now and there's something wrong with it, where you kind of, it's not even about having ammo. It's like, well, do you know what? If you want to sell me a car that's got stuff wrong with it and you just blatantly lied to my face, then that's up to you. Yeah, I'll go away and I'll deal with it, and it might cost me a bit more money than anticipated, but I can deal with that. I don't have to deal with being a liar in my life. So it's kind of like, it's just, do you gain anything from it? Sometimes you'll get people say, you know what, yeah, it's got an airbag light on it, but there is something else that I noticed. It's got a knot coming from the suspension or whatever. You sometimes do get a little bit more information out of them, but if they're a liar, and they are just going to lie to you. So there's nothing more you can really do to that. Faisal actually said to me that he doesn't like buying cars privately for that reason, because sometimes buying cars privately, you're dealing with a private seller, and they do, you know, they can lie to you. Whereas if you're buying like trade to trade or in an auction or something, it's kind of a bit more transparent. And by the way, if you are a car trader and you want to buy cars in a trade, I'll link my platform, enterreg.com, in the description below. You can buy cars in the trade. I've just gone in the right lane. Can I go straight on? I should be able to go straight on. You can buy cars in the trade from other traders. It's just a great way to trade. But I do personally buy a lot of cars from private sellers. So for me, it works brilliantly. But each their own, I suppose. So just revved up a little bit there. Was that my driving? The gear shifts on this car are just unreal. Not the most comfortable seats in the world, but anyway, so the plan for this car is, you're at this point in the video, you're probably thinking, well, Cab, you bought this car, you've done all this, you know, you've been out and about all day, you haven't told us what you're doing with this car yet. The plan for this car is, now I was going to buy it as a bit of stock, and I think it's a great bit of stock, and even after driving it I more think that I should be buying this as a bit of stock. But I'm going to get this car prepared, get it all sorted. Not that there's a lot to sort out on it, because it's seemingly quite a good car, and I'm going to give it away on Planet of Dreams. All right, I've always wanted to give away an A45 on Planet of Dreams. I haven't done enough content on these cars on my channel over the years, so it's a great opportunity for us to get an A45 on the channel, do some content on it, and then once we're done with getting it all prepared, getting it all nice, we can then give it away on Planet of Dreams. So it will go live on the platform right now. If you want to be in for a chance of winning this car, you can enter for free, obviously providing you're a subscriber of my channel. If you're not a subscriber, please don't enter. You can sign up as a dream catcher as well, but that's optional. With a Dreamcatcher subscription you get multiple entries, but like I say, you don't need to do that. Just go and enter for this car for free and follow the journey on social media, because it's going to be a good one, man. We'll find out if this airbag light is anything serious. We can find out if there's any other serious issues with it as well. We can even put it through an MOT and just make sure it's all good as well. So but so far, the high mileage, cheap, and it is without a doubt cheapest AMG A45 in the country. It is seemingly quite a nice thing. So it's got like carbon fibre-ish dash. It's not actually carbon fibre, I don't think. It's more of an effect, but that looks good. But yeah, I'm impressed with it, man. I can't really drive it too hard because I've not yet had the opportunity to do that, and I don't intend on doing that. I think I'll do that all in a separate video. Let me just continue my journey, wrap the video up, get myself on the M1, get myself back to Binker, and yeah, I'll leave you lot to it, all right? Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you liked this video. I will link everything that I've mentioned in the description below. Enter Reg, the trade platform, Car Vertical, obviously the car checking platform for the public. Make sure you do your checks. And also, please, watching me in this video, I didn't test drive the car before I paid for it. When you're buying a car privately, that is when you really, really want to make sure that you're test driving it before you pay for it, yeah? Do not buy a car privately without doing all your checks and test driving it. Yeah, it's important, all right? Obviously, teaching you the obvious now, but it is important, all right? Guys, gonna wrap it up with that. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did like this video, hit like, hit subscribe if you're new, for a new video every Wednesday and Sunday at 6 o'clock without fail, and I'll see you in the next video. Hold on, let me just pause it there quickly. Before I go, I want to say a massive thanks to Faisal from FM Motor Company, who was an absolutely lovely guy and a pleasure to deal with. Not only has he done me a great deal on the AMG, but once all the prep work's done, it's going to make a really nice car.